Hi, Brian Crombie here. I have the pleasure every Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock on 960 AM, Saga 960 AM, of bringing you the Brian Crombie Show, where I get to interview some fascinating people. This week, first week of the new year, I've got a couple of very interesting people that I'd love to tell you about. On Monday night, I've got two guests, Molly Choquette, who is the winner of the Prime Minister's Award, $1 million Science Award. And she is a very impressive person who is doing incredible discoveries of things, I'm not even sure what I call them, that go into the brain and can release drugs over time and solve issues that we have in the brain. It's an incredible way of drug delivery and working with stem cells and some other things. And she's an incredibly interesting individual because she works on conveying scientific knowledge to people in everyday language, and wins a major award from the Prime Minister, a science award. I've also got David Wild, who is the former vice chairman of the NASDAQ, who believes that the way that our stock markets are organized in Canada and the United States today are failing entrepreneurship and small companies and only benefit the big companies. And it's because of a bunch of changes that have happened in the system that mean that companies, investment banks only go for volume. They don't want to really take small companies public anymore. And he's got a bunch of recommendations on how we got to change companies going public. So that's David Weld. On Tuesday, I've got Gurtan Singh, who is the MPP for Brampton East. He is the brother of the leader of the federal NDP, and he's a pretty political, if not more political, person than his brother. And it's a really good review of his background, of his political views, and what he thinks going on in Ontario, particularly in 2021. On Wednesday, I've got Miranda McKee, who is a fascinating young lady who is using artificial intelligence, machine learning, to look for problems in diversity in organizations. And it's a really fascinating conversation, both if you want to understand what AI is all about and machine learning, but also in regards to diversity and inclusion. And also, frankly, how a young lady who's got a mathematical scientific background, but an interest in diversity and inclusion can build a business. And so a little bit of a story of entrepreneurship as well. On Thursday, I've got two interesting people. First is Barbara Devine, who has written a story about success. And she spent numerous different years, I think 30 years, in sales. And it's the secrets of success that she's learned in regards to how you become successful in business and in life. And I've also got Sharon Hartog, who calls herself the digital undertaker. And it's really kind of an interesting conversation, particularly when we think about New Year and resolutions and getting all of our financials in shape. She talks about the things that you got to think about in regards to your digital world if you should pass away. And it's really quite interesting, from everything like photographs that you may want your kids to see or not see, to bank accounts that you want people to see versus not see, to Facebook accounts and Twitter accounts and Instagram accounts and all the things that we now keep in our digital world, income tax returns, etc., that we got to think about who has access to. Some people you may want to have access to, and other things you may not want to have access to when you pass away. And so something that, frankly, as I get older, I've got to give some thought to. And then on Friday, I've got a really interesting conversation with Camelia Ray, who is a wonderful dating coach. I think she calls herself the celebrity matchmaker. But also because of all of her interactions with different people over time, she's come up with the top 10 lessons for successful relationships during COVID-19, because he says that it's been this crucible, and it's, COVID-19 has been a crucible for so many different things in life, whether it be the digital economy or how we live with families and whatnot. But she thinks that it's also been an incredibly interesting time to learn about relationships and remind people about what the successes are in relationships. And so on Friday, we've got Camelia Ray, celebrity matchmaker, talking about the 10 lessons that she's learned dealing with her clients during 2020, during COVID-19, about successful relationships. So that's my week for the week. Mary Shockett, David Weld on Monday. On Tuesday, Gurtan Singh, MPP, Brampton East. On Wednesday, Miranda McKee, Artificial Intelligence for Diversity. On Thursday, Barbara Devine on success, and Sharon Hartog on Digital Undertaker. And then on Friday, Camelia Ray on relationships. I hope you check out some of my shows. And I got to tell you, I had a New Year's special that I had 10 different inspirational people talking about inspiration for the new year. You can always go to briancrombie.com and or my Facebook account and catch those interviews, because I really enjoyed them and I learned quite a bit from them. Thanks. 9:60 a.m., Saga 9:60 a.m. every night, 6 o'clock. Or you can stream it online at www.saga960am.ca, or you can get all my podcasts and video casts either on YouTube under Brian Crombie channel, or on my website, briancrombie.com, or on my Facebook account, Brian Crombie. Thanks. Have a great week. Bye-bye.